Hello and welcome to another Tinto map review rework thingamajig. Basically, we have here the Horn of Africa. This was recently updated, and apologies I didn't get this video out to you yesterday. I was a little busy and couldn't get around to it, but we've got it now for you to peruse all of the changes that are coming to this region. So, without further ado, subscribe to the channel and let's get going. Right, so we have 5 new tags to be added, and if I hop on over to the country map again and then to the previous map, you can see exactly where these countries are. So we've got Warsangali and Tanbeck on the very tip of the Horn. We've also got Eneris here that has been added. There has been this here, Neck something. Oh, it doesn't say Neck anything here, but that looks like a new one as well. I can't see it. Oh, it's Nakis. It's just gotten a lot smaller. Reasonable. They've been eaten a little bit by the Mamluks. Fair enough. But yeah, you see the changes there. The Wadai also have been lost, it looks like. So, cool. Good to know that. We have 3 new societies of pops. We have a bunch of new cultures, 4 new religions, extra language, a bunch of new dialects, location names have been changed, 3 new characters, a couple of dynasties, and then there has been some corrections. Nubian language is changed to Sudanic language. We have changes to the names of areas, Dafa into Kordofan, for example. Provinces got changed as well. Wadai has become a formable. I like formables in games, and I'll have a talk about formables at some point, I'm sure. Cultures, some have been merged as well. Changed several raw goods. The terrain and vegetation has had a total review, and locations have had some redrawings. Fair enough. So, let's have a look at the revised maps again. We'll go back to the country map, and then back to the previous one, and we'll see what's changed here. There's actually another country down here. That is the Wan. Is there one that says Wanga? We have found the Wanga. He is right here next to Lake Victoria. And also a couple more countries down south of Ajiran as well. But yeah, no, it's nice to get the before and after. Afar has been renamed also to Denkali, so that's another interesting thing. I kind of want to have this open twice, so I can scroll down and then keep going back up if needed. Dynasties, obviously, a lot of these dynasties were randomly generated, so I didn't really feel the need to be like, oh, this is now called Bonga. It wasn't before, because it was a generated dynasty both times, so it doesn't really matter. But there's a dynasty in map mode. I think the biggest change here is while both of these were Welshama before, Welashma, before Welashma would have been over both of these, as in like the text would have spread over the both of them, and now it's getting individual text per country. So that, I guess, is somewhat interesting. A different change to how the map is going to be showing things. Country rank and country type. This is not something that was shown in the previous dev diary, so I don't have a comparison for you. But lots and lots of monarchies and a few tribes is the order of business. No theocracies, no republics in this area, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what you're looking at there. And then also country ranks. So we have the Empire of Ethiopia. We have the Kingdom of, I've forgotten the name of it already, but it's fine. Ifat. The Kingdom of Ifat, and then everywhere else is a county. I like this map. I want to see this map mode over, like, Europe, because that is not something we've seen yet. I want to see this map over the entire world, really, because it's a cool map. I like it. I like new maps. It's the first time we've seen this one. Feel free to make any suggestions regarding the new maps, of course, when they are relevant. So here we have the Societies of Pops, and we have a few new ones. If I remember rightly, those new ones are Shiluk, Afre, and Sadaka. So we'll see if we can find. There's the Sadaka. Here's the Shilluk, and was it Sagawa? No, Afre. I'm looking for. Oh, Afre's here. So if we have a look at the societies of Pops, here, and then we can go to the previous one, which is here. So this is the old one. This is the new one, so we can see exactly where the Shilluk and has popped up, and the other two are coming out of the Oromo people. So that is good to see as well. But yeah, nice to get more societies of pops. I would have expected a little bit more than what we've got. I feel like this is still quite few for what I would have expected. But again, I'm not a massive knowledge owner of knowledge person thinker. I'm not a great thinker, evidently. No, I don't know enough about this region to really say one way or the other. It was just something I would have expected to see more of. Anyway, moving on. Locations. These have been slightly redrawn. These are always difficult to see the difference between, but here is what we have now. Here's what we used to have. I think there is one thing that you can say that has definitely changed. The elephant in the room is we just got lots more of Africa right here. There's a lot more of Africa has just joined the party, eating into the wasteland heavily, which is, I think, really good. I like it. I like having more land to play with. So there we go. We're getting a lot more land getting in there. And also maybe an extra corridor. I'm not sure. It might be just off screen on this one. But yeah, lots and lots of extra land here, which is always nice to see. Many of the location changes in the region were set towards some redrawing. You may also notice they added an entire area that was missing, Central Africa. Talk more about that next week. Looking forward to it. As for provinces, obviously we have a new whole area that has, provinces to be named. So instead of it just being the oh no, whatever, I don't know what that area used to be called, but now it's called the oh no, we've missed out a whole region. Now we have Oaka, Djema, Bomakandi, Sar, and etc. So very glad to see extra land being added. That's kind of cool. As for areas, it's just going to be called the Central Africa region. Other than that, there's really no changes to the area map mode, so I didn't bother bringing up the old one. Hope you don't mind, but really there isn't any changes there. As for terrain, it is easy enough to show both sides. So this is what we have now, and this is what we used to have. Other than this now all being tropical, I don't actually see too many differences. Maybe... I don't really see too many differences, if I'm being perfectly honest. This became a wasteland instead of it being arid. The desert turned into a wasteland, but other than that, it's pretty much similar. Pretty identical. Pretty identical. Onto the topography, though, and we'll see maybe there will be some changes here, and we'll also be able to see what the new topography is of the new region. So this is what it used to be. You can tell it's used to be because the hashed lines that are no longer a thing, but they do. This is the new one. So I would say a lot more precise in where the mountains are. You've got a lot more of a range rather than here just kind of like spread out. There's like hills and plateau and then the, mountains spread out through it kind of willy-nilly. Now it definitely seems a bit more direct. I also am a big fan of the change to the colors of plateau. It now looks like it's between hills and farmland, and between hills and flatland, I should say. Whereas here, it just kind of stood out as its own, like, very distinct thing. But I definitely prefer the new colors. They merge really, really nicely into the existing system. Hills have taken on its color. Wetlands have taken on the hills color. Plateau is I think this is looking really, really nice. A lot more representative and understandable, I would say. But yeah, those are the changes. I like the changes. I like the changes. Changes are good. On to the vegetations. We can see again here what the changes are. This area now got some woods and forest rather than being wasteland. Makes sense. And then the other changes. Honestly, I don't see too many changes. I really don't see too many changes. It seems kind of identical. Yeah, literally I can't spot out a single one in the Ethiopia region. So, moving on. Development. This was not a map that we had access to before, so I can't show you anything from before. But we have land here that's somewhat developed in the tag that got murked. Wadai. It's now a formable, but, you know, it's imparted a lot of development onto Daju, so good job, Daju. Other than that, the development here is really quite low. You're going to have to do a lot of development if you want to, I mean, I guess survive the Mamluk menace to your north. It's going to be a challenge, I think. New map of the region development. Might do it a bit, especially to make Ethiopia and Ifat a bit more developed. That would be nice, along with Yemen, which also needs to be reviewed. Nice. Harbors. There was one change. I didn't bring up the old harbor map because it's literally just one change, and it's this harbor right here off the coast of Mecca. Everything else is identical from what I could tell, so I didn't bother bringing up that map. But yeah, we just have one extra harbor. Nice to see harbors. I like this map mode. It's very cool. Cultures now, and there is quite a few differences here. So this is the new culture map mode, and then if we have a look at the old culture map mode, obviously we have Zandi and the Banda and the Nugbandi, and all of these are new. And then just, I guess, some changes elsewhere. Nuba has been split up. They've got the Kardu and the Niamang in it. I am butchering these pronunciations, so I apologize. But yeah, very nice to see extras been added there. More cultures is more betterer, and yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Then languages is obviously, well, I say obviously, it's not obvious, but it's also a map that we didn't have access to before, but I do find it very interesting here. Ethiopic, or Ethiopic, I don't know how you pronounce that, is nowhere near as large as I thought it would be. Arabic is, you know, making its influence known, and then Cushitic is here in Ifat, Warsangali, and I forgot the tag name there. What's that called again? Adjaran. My apologies. But for the most part, it's yeah, nowhere near as many Ethiopian speakers as I was expecting. But this is the country specific, I believe, language, and then we have it's dominant language per location and dominant language per country, which is the same for the court language, since it's all in the countries right now. Fair enough. So yeah, Ethiopian will have a time in spreading its language to the rest of the Horn of Africa, if that is the tag that you are wanting to play. As for religions, I do have a comparison here to show you. So this is what we have now versus what we had. There are quite a few differences. Instead of it being Miaphysite and Sunni, it's now Miaphysite and Sunni, with all of this extra stuff going on. A lot more interesting than it used to be, for sure. Animist, of course, got split up into lots and lots of different things since the last time this map was made. So, yeah, we got the Mabori, the Kalji, Musala, Muonjang. Nailed that pronunciation, don't even doubt me. But yeah, lots and lots of new religions here to play with. I do believe these are not going to have unique mechanics, right? These, I think that has been stated pretty emphatically by the devs that when Animist got split up into, you know, a billion new religions, we're not getting unique mechanics for all of them because that would be insane. But there may be some localization for the mechanics that you know, they will all share, and I think that's a decent compromise. But yeah, moving on, we have some raw materials, and this is obviously the one that people are looking for. So I'm actually going to zoom in on this one, and we're going to be obviously looking for medicaments. Found them. And we're going to be looking as well for the new goods that weren't here before. So like beeswax here. Is there any of the whatchamacallums, dates have been murked. The new spices. Sorry, I'm British. I forgot the name for spices. So I actually don't see any of the new spices. Maybe there will be some here. I am just being a bit blind. If you can see any, feel free to let me know. But moving on, this is the old version of the map, and then moving on to the new version. If I try and get them into the same place, there we go. Old and new, and obviously we've got the new land here, giving us lumber, wild game, fruit, some medicaments, and all of that. That's not the right map. There we go. Other than that, there's actually not that much been changed. Like, we got sugar here instead of livestock, but essentially most of the things stuck around. Dates turned into fruit because dates don't exist anymore. Oh, there we go. I found some spices. Saffron, right there. Aha! Ha! Found it. Nailed it. All right, we can move on now. Found the spices. And then we have the markets, which have changed a little bit. Obviously, this area now is a part of a market. So this is what we have now versus what we used to have. I would say the new map's still looking very nice in comparison. Axum used to have this awful panhandle here, splitting Adan somehow, which does not look good. But now we have this, and this looks a lot better. I am a big fan of the new coloring for this. I'm a big fan of the outlines on the markets. I think it is all looking real nice. And as we learned in was it the previous, maybe last week's Wednesday Tinto Talk, if you are, say, right here with your capital, you are going to have a much cheaper time in creating a new market because, you know, the cost scales with market access. So here it will be a very cheap places to build one. If you want to build one here, a little bit more expensive. A little bit more expensive. But anyway, big fan of the new market system, the new market map. It is looking fantastic. But that is all I have time for. The same market centers as the previous Tinto maps, but if you compare, you'll notice only the changes on the coloring and visualization. I am a big fan of those, but also the tweaks and adjustments made to the market calculations in the past months, which makes the current ones look very nicely spread in comparison. I am in agreement. So that's all for today. Next Monday, there will be another Tinto Maps feedback for West Africa. Wednesday, they will have the Tinto Talks for the Holy Roman Empire, and on Friday, there will be the Tinto Flavor for Saxony. So we have a busy week coming up, and I hope you will join me for those. Of course, you can join me for those by hitting the subscribe button. It helps me out. I get a bigger number, makes me happy, helps you out, because you get notifications when I go live with another video about this game that we're all incredibly hyped about, so you stay informed. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in tomorrow, actually, because this video came out late, so I apologize for that again. I'll see you tomorrow for the Holy Roman Empire. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.